Welcome, everybody, to our meditation, non meditation, whatever you want to call it, because this is a meditation where there's not really any rules. You can sit, you can lie down, you can close your eyes, you can keep them open. You can have a journal or a piece of paper to write down ideas that pop into your mind. You can be drinking tea. You can be walking the dog. You can be sitting there just looking out into nature. You could be on the subway. The whole idea today is that regardless of how we choose to be during this, is that we're going to kind of breathe and relax and flex a little bit of good juju to start our week and to start our day. So I invite you all to take several deep breaths with me to get started. I like to, on that inhale, to bring my shoulders up and squeeze them towards my ears. And then when I can't breathe in any more air, relaxing the shoulders and breathing out every little morsel of air you can. So you literally can't breathe out anything more. So it looks like this. Now just take several regular deep breaths without efforting too much, maybe with a little bit of a smile on your face. And let's just check inwards and let's take a look on the inside, which is I want to invite you to think about the insides of your body like a pond or an ocean. And I'm curious what that water is like right now. So maybe if you're really stressed out, you've been up for a few hours, or you're not looking forwards to some things today, maybe a really choppy water and you can kind of feel it. You can kind of feel the insides vibrating like da da da. Maybe you just feel kind of like, you're at the beach and the tide isn't incredibly strong, but you can feel that movement, a kind of repetitive movement. Maybe you feel more like a pond or a lake, and there's just a little bit of, swishing back and forth. And man, maybe if you've been meditating since 4 a.m. already, maybe you feel like you have a still glass pond. So let's take a minute and just be curious and ask yourself, what am I feeling? What is my current like on the inside right now? Not judging, not even trying to change it, just noticing. And we're not going to do anything more with this information. We're just kind of noticing. And so it's kind of a data point. When we're done with the meditation, we can ask ourselves again, is it the same? Is it more still? And then next time we do a meditation, we can start off by asking that same question, going inwards, figuring out how choppy or not choppy we are. I like doing that because it kind of is a gauge on how am I doing generally. You can have really choppy waters because of negativity or even positivity. It's Monday morning. And so we're kind of getting ready for our work week. And we want to go into our day with a sense of calm and a sense of knowing that you showed up to do the work. You showed up to enjoy the meditation. You are doing it. Can I ask you? Do you regularly feel guilty or behind because you're not doing as much alignment work as you think you should? I want to tell you the fact that you are here right now means that you're doing plenty. And enjoy that you're here and enjoy that you're doing this and flex the muscle of I am here. I am doing it. This is great. Because as you appreciate this little bit you're doing right now, which is showing up for yourself, doing some energy work in the relaxation form, as you appreciate that you're here, you will strengthen the emotional muscle of one who shows up, one who does the meditation, one who does the energy alignment work. And as you allow yourself to celebrate all day that you showed up for the meditation, now it's going to be easier to do it again. Now you're kind of, fostering the energy of one who is tending to their energy. So you might notice that you end up feel like doing something else. Maybe you end up feel like watching a video or doing a process. The thing I want to set with right now is it's Monday morning and you could have skipped, but you didn't. And so I want you to grow a big smile on your face, take a deep breath in and say, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So today's meditation, we are going to take some time to just be, to just breathe, and just to appreciate I'm doing it. I'm going to add in several 2-minute blocks of time where I don't say anything. So we get a good chunk of time. And in these 2-minute blocks, you can do whatever you want. A few options. My favorite that I'll probably be doing today is just milk in the fact that I'm doing it. I'm here, I'm doing it. You could daydream. You could try to achieve a stillness by observing thoughts and releasing them. You could just listen to your brain that's trying to tell you all the things you need to do, and you could write them down just so you kind of use this time to get organized. You can do that too. Whatever you feel like. You could do nothing. You could just sit there and see what happens. The idea is in this silence and in these moments that we pick something that feels good and we milk it and juice it, we are like filling up an energy reservoir that we will feed off of all day and all week. If you have some choppy energy this morning, it might be interesting. For me, I know that I actually have a really excited energy. I've got I got all organized with all the things I wanted to do last week as soon as I got to my office, and I've got all these things going on. But even though I'm excited, even though I have high energy, even though if I go into these activities with this high energy that isn't even allowing any space for the universe to give me any clue into what is most important, then I'm going to go into these tasks with a high energy. It's not necessarily bad, but I think it's even more fruitful to be quietly excited, build up that energy, and then just double check. What do I feel like doing? What would make me feel really good? So we're going to go into our first 2 minutes, and I'm going to use a little timer I have right here. And for the next 2 minutes, you're going to breathe and do whatever you want out of those options that I mentioned. So we're starting right now. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. If your mind has trailed, don't worry. I just invite you to bring it back. I'm doing it. You're doing it. Your final 10 seconds to really flex the muscle of whatever you want to feel. And there you go. Move around a little, press your arms to your knees, or just wiggle around, let the energy move a little bit. And let's ask ourselves, it's Monday. What do we want to bring into this week? Do we want to bring in a good positive outlook? Do we want to bring in being one who's very loving? There's no excuse. There's no reason to not be somebody who loves. Even if the world does not deserve your love, the moment you stop shining it, the moment you turn the tap off for yourself. So being loving to everybody is so healthy for ourselves. Do we want to be efficient? Do we want to be a rock star this week? Do we want to just have a good week? Do we want to go into our day with a calm mind and a calm heart and double check what's good for me today? And then move into that feeling place of it feels good to be organized. It feels good to be calm. It feels good to have a second cup of coffee. It feels good to go out for lunch. It feels good to, narrow my list of 7 things down to 3 things. It feels good to really only say, I got to do this one most important thing today, and everything else is a bonus. It feels good to allow space. It feels good to allow yourself the flexibility. It feels good to relax and smile and open the eyes and look for hints of really the best thing for you to do, which is the signs of new things to do that are things on your path to what you really want. By doing this meditation, you've hit the reset button. You're bringing your energy to a place where you can now decide, what do I want to feel the rest of the day and into the week? And now I invite you to imagine, if you don't feel that way right now, let's imagine, what would it feel like? If you want to feel wealthy this week, what would that feel like? What would it feel like to just not do a budget? What would it feel like to just skip down the road doing whatever you want? What would it feel like to have plenty for yourself and others? That is the feeling of abundance. Plenty, plenty. What would it feel like to be like that? That would feel pretty great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that feel so nice? Yes. A great way to strengthen our abundance energy is to look at things we have already that are abundant, which don't have to be finances, to appreciate the abundance of beauty and love for our family and love for our friends and the things we do have going nice for us, which is the abundance of comfy blankets or pillows or people that we like at work or flowers we see in our neighbors' gardens or trees on our drive to work. Or if you're in the city, the effort people put into putting the little garden beds around the trees on the sidewalk. Focusing our attention on things that we feel abundant love for is the same energy as financial abundance. It is the energy of so much, plenty. So you can take that, you can imagine what it would be, or you can focus on the abundance of love you have for your friends and family. And in this time, milk it, juice it, enjoy it, grow it, have fun with it. Maybe your focus is, maybe what you'd like to do this week is really be focused on doing your energy work throughout the week. Maybe it is that you would like to feel aligned throughout the week. Doesn't it feel good to take this time? Doesn't it feel good to give yourself a few minutes to rest? Doesn't it feel good to think, what would I like to feel like? What do I feel like doing? What do I need? Doesn't it feel good to do a little process and then see the results for the next day? Doesn't it feel good to sit down and realize that the only important thing you actually have to do today is your energy work? Because nothing on your to-do list actually matters. It might feel like it because other people have expectations, but for the longevity of your life, the only thing that matters is putting your energy at number one. So the only thing, if you didn't do anything today, but the only thing you did was tend to your energy, all those things you didn't do would be fine. People would adjust. Somebody would say, "Oh, that's not really important anyways." The deadline would be moved. You'd realize there's plenty of time tomorrow, or there's really no need to get it done before Friday. Of course, I'd like to get it done today, but what I'd really like to do is tend to my energy. And really, nothing's going to happen if I don't do it for a few days or a week or two. So let me focus on the only thing that matters, which is my energy. How is it right now? Do you want more of this energy tomorrow? If you're feeling good, then great. Say to yourself, this is good energy. I'm proud because I know that how I feel right now is paving the way for how I feel tomorrow. If you don't want to feel tomorrow how you feel today, then the only thing that's important is shifting today. You can shift by treating yourself to A warm bath, a walk, a workout, a coffee, a lunch, a call with a friend, just sitting down and writing your way into feeling good, which could look like, I'm feeling this way and it would be nice to feel better. It would be nice to feel better. It would be nice to feel relaxed. It would be nice to smile more. It would be nice to breathe. It would be nice to see friends. It would be nice. Doing that shifting energy work, and then next thing you know, who knows what you're going to feel like. Maybe you end up feel like calling somebody up and going for a walk or a run, meeting them at the gym, inviting somebody over for some oatmeal or a smoothie. So we're going to take a final 2 minutes to give you some space to decide how you want to feel, strengthen that muscle, get that energy going so we can go into our day. So I'm hitting the timer now for 2 minutes. Final 10 seconds. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. This was wonderful.